Sewing for Barbie today, and I'm super excited to introduce you to a new sewing machine. I have not used this girl before. I've only done a couple of test stitches, and she's gorgeous. Let me introduce you to Memory Craft 7000 by New Home or Janome. This is the first time I'm going to be using an electronic sewing machine. And let me tell you, when I got started with this machine, I was a little bit intimidated because when I started it up, I got an error message from the very beginning. But now, I did a little bit of work on it. I wound a bobbin, and then I thread the machine, and now I think we're in business. So let's take a look where we are right now. We've got the needle set to the left, it looks like. So I think I can press some of these buttons, like right here, and put the needle to the center position, like so. And because we're sewing Barbie clothes, y'all know that we use really small seam allowances, 1/4 inch seam allowances today. So I'm working on the lighting and stuff. I'm in a different spot than when I usually work, but it's all exciting and it's new. And let me show off these first stitches on the Memory Craft 7000. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty nice. The black was my bobbin thread and the white was my top thread. So now I'm doing something that I don't do an awful lot, and that is sewing without instructions. We are just winging it tonight. And that's kind of exciting and kind of terrifying, but hey, what else do you do on a Sunday night? So a few weeks ago, I had traced out these pattern pieces and I cut my fabric. Now what we're looking at to start, I believe, is, here's something, right? This is saying that we put a chain stitch on here. This is like a decorative stitch that's going to be on both the front and the back parts of the pattern. This is the back section here. And you can see we're going to have that nice little yoke. I love these on a shirt. I just love that look for a Western blouse. So let's take a peek here at what some of these decorative stitches are like. Oh my goodness. I don't even know, you guys. Like, look at all these options. Ooh, look at some of these. Could I do a decorative stitch like that on this blouse? Look, we've even got freaking, oh my God, we have stars. We have zigzags. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's very possible we're just gonna play around with decorative stitches all night long. So, before I get too deep into that, I do want to show off the nice stitches that this machine can do. So what I did earlier, look at this. Can you guys see? Apologize for the lighting. Look at how tiny these stitches are. So I'm used to, on my vintage Singer sewing machines, turning a dial or moving a little lever, and that adjusts the stitches per inch. Hi Leah, welcome. Glad you're here. Hi Carly, here's your shout out. Glad you joined me today. Welcome. Welcome Leah, welcome Carly. So these stitches are so tiny. I didn't even know, so I had to type myself up a little cheat sheet. Oh look, I didn't even type it. I just did it handwritten because I'm so old-fashioned these days. But basically, like, your biggest basting stitch would be like 6 stitches per inch. And on this machine, that's going to be 4 millimeters, which is huge. I guess. I mean, this is a huge stitch. But basically, when I started, what was I at? I don't even remember what I was at. I think my stitch length was at like 1.5, which is 17 stitches per inch, but it looked so tiny. So anyway, I'm back to 1.5 millimeters. And now I'm just going to do what I did to the other sleeve. And I don't know if this is right or wrong because I don't have the instructions. But what I did was I folded it under once, folded it under twice, and the total seam allowance then with these two folds is just about 1/4 inch, and that's what this doll pattern calls for. That I know without having the instructions. If this is your first time joining me, I love sewing. I love vintage sewing machines, and apparently I also love less vintage electronic sewing machines, such as this Janome. All right, let me really get some good lighting for you guys because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing and not have to squint. All right, how's that looking? Pretty good? Okay, so I'm just gonna start sewing here, right? So I'm gonna first sink my needle. Oh my gosh, did you hear how electronic that is? Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're just gonna sew. I feel like I'm stuck, and I also feel like I'm off kilter. This is not great, you guys. Let me I kind of want to start at the beginning. I think I might. I didn't love any of that. Oh no, what's happening? Some of my stitches are getting functified. All right, I'm gonna cut this out and restart because I don't like it. Okay, let me keep fiddling over here. Some of these stitches were just like not my friends, let's put it that way. I don't even know what happened. I'm just trying to, I can't really do it well because I have a seam ripper, but it's in my bag. Let me just kind of, let me just roll with it, okay? No, I'm gonna seam rip it. I don't like skipping steps, so thank you all for your patience while I try to get these stitches out here. They're so tiny, like, I honestly can't even see them, to be completely frank with you. And I'm a little bit older than some members of the audience today, so I'm actually in the I need freaking bifocals club. And I do wear bifocal contact lenses, but it's not really cutting it to see this. Whoops, sorry you guys. I'm dragging you across the table with me as I'm trying to rip these stitches out. Okay, I'm gonna get the little baby scissors and I'm gonna cut off the rest of this, and we're just gonna start right over again. See, I'm still learning on this machine. I am still learning the ropes, and it takes some time. All right, so let me get this hem folded under here again. And now let me try to actually get it under here where I want it, which is going to be a little bit, like I want to be up towards the left side. Here, let me sink my needle. Oh, see, I'm not even in the freaking, I'm not even in the fabric now. Why aren't my eyeballs working? Here, let me see if that's the right spot. Yes, that is it, you guys. I found the magic spot. Okay. Oh, Carly, I wish your grandma would teach you how to sew. It's so much fun. Hopefully I can show you some of the ropes. Okay. So I'm just going nice and slow, nice and slow. Going super slow. This machine is amazing, you guys. It's just so smooth. This machine was probably made in the, I want to say maybe 90s or thousands even. All right, so now this little red button here lets me backstitch. Oops, maybe I was supposed to hold it. Anyway, we didn't get a backstitch in, but I'm okay with that. Oh, these are some nice stitches. Let me put the needle up. All right. Oh no, do I have some thread caught under there? It almost looked like there was some thread. down in here. I think we're okay though. Hopefully. I'm just seeing things. Oh, and look, you can even use this really nice little cutter here to cut your threads. Oh my gosh, this looks really good. What do you think? So we've got both our sleeves hemmed. Let me cut these extra threads off at the end because they don't need to be there. All right, very good. So we got a couple sleeves. That's great. What else do we need to do? Oh my gosh, we have to play around with decorative stitches now. So what do we think would look good here? Should we do stars? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna bring you over here to look at all the options one more time. This is what we have. We've got stars. Oh my gosh. We've also got, I kind of just like the plain little diamond stitch there. And what else do we have? Oh my gosh, we've got hearts. Ooh, look at these. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just start with this. You can't even say let's just start with this because stars are freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. All right, let me start here because this is probably like, oh my gosh, look at these circle ones. That would be kind of cool. All right, well, I'm going to do the X stitch because I think that's going to be cool. So let me get some scrap fabric. This is what I have right now. I should probably get some more. Well, let's start here and see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right. So, I mean, I don't even know right now if we want like the right side of the fabric to be facing up or facing down. Beats me. All right, so now I think what I can do here is I press this P button for program. Oh, wow. Okay, so that tells you what presser foot you need to use. So for this, we need the satin foot, which is number F. Let's see where that is. Hopefully we've got it up here. F. Does it say F on it anywhere? Yes, that is the satin foot. All right, cool. So let's swap out our feet. My needle's up, right? Yeah, let me get my presser foot up. Get this out of the way. Now, to get the foot off, how do we do that? There should be like a little... How do we get this off of here? Oh, there's a little red button. Oh, cute! I just pushed, I'll show you, this little red button in the back here, and that released the foot. So now, let's get our satin foot in place. Here's what this looks like close up. I honestly don't even know that I've ever used a satin foot, and I don't even really know. I mean, besides the fact that it's used for, how does this get on here? It's used for embroidery, that I know. Beyond that, I don't know a whole lot about it. And I also can't, there we go. All right, so the foot is on. Hopefully I didn't do that too roughly. Okay, so we've got our satin foot on. Now let's get presser foot down and let's start sewing these X's and see how it's going to work out. Oh my gosh, can you see what this machine is doing? Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm going to try to bring you guys a little bit closer because this is really impressive to me. Let me see here. I hope it's not going to be too loud on your ears, but let me kind of show you what this needle is doing. It's pretty incredible. Look at it. It's... I don't even know what direction it's sewing in, to be quite honest. But let's take a look at what this is going to look like when it gets done. And maybe that's enough. I'm going to stop there and pull it out. Oh my gosh! What are these stitches gonna... Oh, wow! Okay, this is cool. And I was not even expecting it to look like this. I'm used to just cutting with scissors instead of using the thing on the machine. How does it sound when I'm sewing, guys? Is it too loud? Oh, I'm sorry, Carly. All right. Can you see? It's a little bit hard to see. But, wow. I mean, it's decorative, but I don't think it's what I want for this blouse. So let's keep trying for some other ones. And also, I feel like for this, the stitches are puckering a little bit. It may have been better if I made the stitch length longer. And now I'm curious to know if I'm supposed to be checking the manual or something for any stitches that I do, what the stitch length is supposed to be. So I can pull that out and take a peek. What was the, oops, what was the other one I was interested in trying out? The stars. Oh my gosh. I can't believe there's stars. This is so flippin' cool. All right, so how do I find, here I can try to show you guys what I'm looking at here if you're interested in the instruction manual. All right, so this is, I want to get a date on this machine, but I haven't figured that out yet. Well, function buttons, 17 to 19. I don't know if that's going to talk about the stitches. Nope. We need the stitch buttons. Where can I find those? Here we go. Automatic machine embroidery. Oh my gosh. You can combine letters on here. I can freaking write my name on my shirt. Ah, oh, this is flippin' amazing. This is so flippin' cool. All right, well, I'm actually going to kind of just flip through here and see if I can find what it says for stitches. Okay, so these all have special names like sand stitch, sculpture stitch, and I don't really know what any of those are. However, it looks like here's the key to all the craft patterns. So there, I see the stars right here. What does it say about stars? The patterns shown in red indicate the unit of each pattern sewn when the memory button M is pressed once. Pattern can be varied by manually changing the stitch length and width. Each pattern starts at 0. I don't really know what that means. All right, well, it's not really giving me too much information on stitch length or width. It just says you can adjust them. So let's see what we get with the star pattern. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to be able to sew little stars. All right, so this one, oh, we've also got this diamond one. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's stick with stars. There we go. Drop my presser foot. And let's start sewing. Cover your ears if it's too loud. I'm going to take you real close again. Oh, wow. All right, I think that was 2 stars. I think I sewed 3 stars. 3 out of 5 stars. I'm giving this machine 5 out of... Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this. And I apologize. I should not be using white thread on white fabric. Can you see the little stars on there? Not very well. Let me see if that helps. Look at how cute these are. Now, I don't know what's going on with this thread here, if that can come out, or if that just accidentally got caught under there or something. I'm not sure. It looks like, okay, so this actually isn't going to work too well, because you can see there's stitches down here beneath the stars, and that's just going to be too big for this shirt. Now, all right, we're not doing stars. Let's keep trying designs here. Any other good ones? What about this diamond one? This one might be cool. Let's give it a go. I mean, the other question is, should I be looking at things from the top or the bottom? I think it looks better from the top. All right. So here, let's do some diamonds up here. And then I'm probably going to need to either get on with my project or get some more scrap fabric to keep fooling around with stitches. This is so cool. I've never had a machine this fancy before. Okay, let's go. I don't know what pattern it's making, but it seems pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check my bobbin thread after this too. I didn't put a whole bunch of thread on there because I was just kind of learning the ropes. Oh, this is really, ooh, I think this might be the winner. Let me show you. And I wonder if I should make my stitch length a little longer or what. Yeah, I think I need a longer stitch length. Can you see that these are like diamonds on there? That looks pretty cool, I think. Okay, so what is my stitch length right now? I'm on 2.5, which is, according to my cheat sheet, 10 stitches per inch. Wow, so I'm on a pretty long stitch length, but it's also kind of a wide pattern there. Oh, the stars are really cool. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Let me try making the length like, oh my gosh, there's so many cool ones. Sorry, I'm just looking at all the choices and I'm a little bit overwhelmed. So let's go down to it. Well, no, let's go up to a stitch length of, oh, that's weird. For some reason, I can't go longer than 2.5 for this setting. I can only go between 1 and 2.5. So let me go down a little bit and see what happens if I go down. And then I'm going to just stitch my shirt. Let's see how that turns out. That looks pretty good. Oh, I see. So they're much closer together this way. I don't know why it's not focusing very well. Versus that was the earlier one. It's hard for me to make decisions sometimes, but let's do it like this. So I'm putting my, oh shucks. Let me check one thing here. Like, I don't want to have to mark the right side of my fabric just because I'm feeling like it's kind of annoying to have to do that. But I definitely do. Because the bobbin side does not look as neat as the other side. All right, so let me get my ruler and get a pen. And we're just going to mark this stitch line on the other side of the shirt fabric. Bring it over here for a second. Look down here for a minute. Does it feel like I'm giving you a haircut? while you're at the salon. What am I trying to do here? Oh, I'm trying to find my pattern piece, which is right here. And then I'm just going to trace this onto here. Actually, I'm just marking this dot, and then I'm going to trace between those two lines. So here's the other mark. And let's get this side marked up. So you may have noticed that I'm using white thread on a red project. And that is mostly out of necessity. I'm traveling, and I don't have any red thread available. But because we're doing contrasting stitching right here, I feel like good about it. Because what fun would it be if I had like red thread for this decorative stitch? It's going to look much better with bright white. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. All right, well, this may end up being a disaster. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. The reason I'm saying it might be a disaster is because if I mess up, I have no backup fabric. This fabric is back home. I got nothing to replace it with. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Put this down here. And all right, so I basically have this line lined up with this triangle notch here. And that's going to be my guide. And then I guess I'm just going to, see, I'm not sure if I'm going to change direction or if I'm just going to go this side, stop there, and then go the other side, stop there. You know what? We're winging it. Sorry for all the noise. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. So we're doing the diamond. Diamond in the rough. Ready, set, go. I hope I don't run out of bobbin thread. And I think this is where we're gonna stop, right there. I'll go down one more time. All right, let's see. Wow, that looks pretty fancy. Pretty fancy pantsy. Oh, the beginning. I don't know what happened at the beginning there. That's okay. Oh my gosh, this looks really cool. All right, so let me get this out of here, and we're gonna stitch the other side. Now I'm gonna do a little trick here, which is I'm gonna take, oh, you know what? I don't even think I have a needle with me, do I? Ordinarily what I do is I take a needle and I'll just sew this one thread right through the fabric to the back side and then tie off that knot with the bobbin thread back here. But that's gonna have to wait until I can get my hands on a needle. Alternatively, if I can get the last stitch to end up right here, I could tie the two to each other. It's another possibility, but we'll see. All right, so this is going pretty well, I'd say. Let's do the other side, and hopefully, these guys are gonna be well aligned, because I don't wanna have a crooked yoke. All right, let's sink my needle, and let's start sewing. Can't quite tell where I am. Shoot. Okay, I think I'm gonna let off there. And the seam thing, I'm going to let this be along too. Oh, it's not perfect. It's okay. We knew it wasn't going to be, right? We knew going in this was not going to be perfect. Let's take a look. It's pretty freaking cool. Do y'all like my decorative stitching? I think it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so now, yeah, I'm definitely going to pull these threads through to the other side because I don't like seeing them over here. And we're really not very well aligned, but I think I'm okay with that too. As far as puckering, yes, we definitely have some puckering. So, what do we think of Barbie's Western blouse? I like it. Now, we got to do the two front pieces. It looks like I'm still doing okay for bobbin thread, so I'm happy about that. Now I have to mark these guys on the front as well. So, can I see this through? Yeah, I can actually see. Can you guys see it? You might not be able to. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're sewing Barbie a Western blouse, and it's going quite well because I've got an electronic machine that does all these fancy pants stitches. I think that's where it is. And Barbie's gonna look amazing. These ones are easier to see than the other one for some reason. Okay, so now let me draw these lines in here. And then this is going to be for our front. Do we want to do diamonds on the front too, or do we want to try something a little fancier? I feel like I should keep it the same. We don't want to get too fancy, right? I mean, there's like crocodiles on here. There's birds. What other options? Flowers, a penguin. Flower vines. It's very cool. Very, very cool. I'm excited to try to do like writing. Like, I don't know if I would want my name on my shirt, but there's some pretty cool things you could write. What would you write on Barbie's Western blouse? If you could put a motto on there. All right, so let's get these guys sewn up. And I think I'm gonna, for the front, instead of going like one direction and the other direction, I think I'm just gonna go down and then pivot rather than doing it twice the way I did before. This looks really cool though, huh? Diamonds are Barbie's best friend. Is it bold enough? Should we make it bolder? I think it's good. All right, so let's start with, this is the right side or the left side? I don't even know. Okay, we're gonna start right here. So now here's one thing actually. Let me press the memory button. I don't know if I wanted to do that actually. Oh, hang on. Clear, clear. Oh. Shoot, I don't know what I'm doing, everybody. All right, well, I don't know what's going to happen now, but kind of did something. All right, so I'm lining up again with this. I think I'm a little bit too far out. I think that's pretty good. All right, here we go. Ready, set, sew. This is cool. When I go real slow like this, I can see what the pattern actually looks like. All right, so now I think is when I need to pivot. So let me sink my needle. Let me lift up my presser foot. And we're just lining up this second line here. Hopefully that was at the right point. I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, it was. We're going to do one more diamond after this, and then we'll be done. Oh, I went one too far. That's okay. I'll be able to seam rip that out. Or just pull it out. Okay, look at, oh my gosh, this looks great. Oh, we got 6 little diamonds in there. Oh, that's so cool. All right, so let me use this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, this one here. I think I started from the armpit area, so let me try doing it the same way. It's just like, it's officially called the arm side, but it's also known as the armpit area. All right, here we go. Let me sink my needle, and let's get this last one done. So that's 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. Uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that one. Shoot, 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 what do I do? Ooh, can I backstitch? No! Okay, well, I'm not where I want to be to pivot. This might be a real big disaster. Oh my goodness. I don't really know what's happening. Oh my gosh. It's... oh. I think it's okay. I keep going one too far. It's alright, it happens. Hey, not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Here we go. What do we think? I love it. So here's what we're looking at now. Next, I'm going to be going to a straight stitch. And for that, all I'm going to do is join the darts here. So this is going to give the blouse some shaping. Barbie's got some curves. And this is going to look really good on her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a pin in here. And that's just going to tell me, it's just going to hold the fabric where I need it to be. I'm going to sew the tiniest little, well, we're going to have to also change our foot, huh? Oh, I almost want to switch to a narrow hem foot. But here, let's go back to our regular stitch, which is that. And press the red button. Get this foot off of here. And now we're going to get this one's A, which I guess is just the universal foot. Got rid of the satin stitch foot. I think this is how it goes on. Yep. Oh my gosh, this machine is amazing. Thank you to my friend Wendy who's letting me use it, because it is really a treat. I want to get these threads out of the way, but I'm not going to worry about it just yet. All right, so I pinned the other one. Let me get a pin in here. And then let me think about stitch length for this. Stitches per inch, millimeters. Let's do 2 millimeters. No, I'll do 1.5. Maybe a little tinier. All right, and we're going to be starting, oh, this is tricky. So this is a fisheye dart. Typically you want to start in the middle here and then go off the side, start in the middle, go off the side. But I'm kind of tempted not to. Let's look at these, let's start with these guys instead. This is just a standard dart. One direction dart in the back for shaping. I got one on each side. Pins. This is freaking fun. I feel like if I sewed on this machine a lot, I feel like it would go a lot faster than my vintage sewing machines. Maybe not. I mean, doll clothes always go faster for me, I think, than human clothes. Well, no, I'm not going to say always. It can really depend, to be honest with you. All right, let's see. Let's get this. Oh, see, and now I kind of like this. Oh, shucks. Okay, so now here's something to be aware of. because I'm sewing such a tiny little, this is probably like a 1/16 of an inch here that I'm sewing. This is the main side of the foot, so I can't be sewing like this, where there's no fabric underneath here, because look, there's no feed dog then. It's got like one little bit to catch it. We're going to have to sew it like this, so that then this other side and both feed dogs are going to be able to move it. So it's a little bit messed up. The head of my pin is facing to the bottom faceplate here, the needle plate, which is not ideal, but I think we're going to be all right. Well, you know what? Not my machine. I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to hold this where it's supposed to go. Now let's get this presser foot down in approximately the right place. Right here looks good. And let's start sewing. Oh, my fabric kind of got a little bit kinked under there. It's not good. We're okay now though. I feel like I'm stitching super duper close to the edge, and I can't even see where I'm supposed to end now. My eyes are not so great. I might need to grab my readers. Let's see if I'm... Okay, I'm definitely off the fabric now. Let's see how we... Oh, wow, I did pretty well. Not too shabby, eh? Now this I'm keeping a little bit longer again, because we're just going to tie a knot in here. And that's how you end your dart. With a knot. You never backstitch. Knots are hard for these fingers of mine, though. I'll tell you that. But I think we got it. Yes, we do. So now these tails I'm going to cut, because otherwise I'm just going to drive myself bonkers later on. All right. Cut you and cut... Oh! See where I got a little bit caught? You can see it. Not great, but it is what it is. And I can just cut right there. Whoops. I'm not sure what these scissors are trying to do. They're making it a little hard for me. That's okay, I'm up for a challenge. All right, so now let's get this other side dart. These darts are so tiny. Look at how cute and tiny they are. They give just the right amount of shaping for Barbie. Oh my gosh, that is so small. This machine is amazing. I'm in love. I love this machine. Memory Craft 7000. Oh, I forgot. I have to go this way. Yes, that's the right way to do it. All right. Now this thread should be back there like that. And let me see if I sink my needle here. Are we in the right spot? Well, I'm going to go a little further. All right. I think this will do. And you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to put, I should have done this to the other side. I'm going to put a little pin right here. It's just going to point to where that dart ends. All right. The angle looks much different for you guys than it does for me. I'm up higher. All right, here we go. This machine is a dream. It's so quiet. Oh, I feel like I'm messing this up. All right, hopefully we did okay. I feel like I was a little bit too narrow on this one. Yeah, I think I was too narrow and I didn't quite go far enough. So I could always redo this if I want to. What do we think? We just want them to be even with each other. That's the key. So actually, it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna stick with it. Now, how about the length? Yeah, the length is pretty off. Can you see this one's ending here and this one's all the way down here? I'm gonna fix it because I don't like to be uneven. So I'm still gonna tie a knot in there, I think. I mean, it doesn't really need it because it's gonna be the other one that's gonna be holding it. All right, let's skip the knot. Let's just do this one more time. A little bit further to, whoops, I gotta go. No, I had it right. That's the way our fabric's gonna go. A little bit further to the, I guess you would call it the inside of the fabric. All right, here we go. Go further, 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 and I think I stopped there. Hopefully, that'll be, well, I went a lot further, look at. I went an awful lot further this time, and it might be too far. No, I'll take it. All right, guys, we're in business. Got some knots to tie. Everybody's very quiet. It's a very serious group tonight. I'm kind of quiet myself. I'm getting a little low on energy here. Kind of came into this low on energy. And I'm sorry, I know I had promised everybody last time that I would wear my Western blouse that I sewed for me. But unfortunately, excuse me, unfortunately, that is right now at the fairgrounds. Because you know what it's doing. It's going to wait to be judged next week. And hopefully earn a ribbon. There's like small cash prizes too. But I really just want a ribbon. I love winning ribbons. All right. So these are our back darts. And I know I said, oh, it's going so fast using this electronic machine. Well, maybe it's not going as fast as I thought, because we're 47 minutes into this project. And I'll show you what we sewed so far. We've got the back bodice completely done. Looks amazing. These are going to be pulled over to the other side. Oh my gosh. We have got our little cap sleeve hemmed. That's going to be going on here soon. And then we've also got, oh, we got more darts to sew, don't we? We got some fisheye darts. So let me, I'm going to have to sew them the way I know, which is one side and then the other side. The reason being, guys, I'm sorry I'm coughing all over you. Jeez, it's a little dry here. And I've kind of been chit-chatting away for the past 50 minutes. So it's taking its toll. All right, this looks pretty good to me. Now let's start. That was pretty easy. Now pop this up, cut the thread long enough so we can tie a knot in it. And now we're gonna do the other end of the fishtail. Fish eye rather. This is tough. I have a lot of trouble seeing where the needle is gonna go down. And also my threads are kind of like everywhere. So let me try to get these threads out of the way a little bit. That will be helpful. And now I want to get down right there. Let me get the presser foot down and then see if my needle's going to be in the right place. I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's sew. I hope that was pretty good, and I hope I didn't get caught on anything with my threads being all loosey-goosey. Oh yeah, this looks good. Very accurate there. Well, it could have been better, but I'm happy enough. Let's cut those guys, and let's get the other side done. Oh my gosh. So here's some real nice shaping. This is going to be one front side of the blouse. These are from a 1963 pattern, so these are for Barbie back in her heyday when she was a little bit curvier in the Barbie figure of the modern day. And that's, oh shoot, I totally messed this dart up. I thought I was ending there. I was supposed to go all the way down till there. So I can just go over again and do it. Whoopsie. Let me cut this tail then. I'm not sure what my eyes were seeing, but they were not seeing that right. Oh, maybe my pen like ran out of ink or something. Oh, this is kind of annoying. And why is my needle down? Did I push that by mistake? That was weird. Shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna have to repeat this whole thing, basically. I'm going all the way down to here. All right, I can do that. Uh-oh. I think I messed it up again. These are the tiniest little seam allowances. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just go with that. I think that's definitely better than it was. And as long as the two sides are even with each other, that's really the main thing I'm concerned with. So let's try to get this one as even as possible. I'm gonna have to get this pin out of here just to be safe. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good besides my thread being kind of stuck. All right, that looks good to me. Let's go. All right, get that up out of there. And let's get the other side. So I think I started to say I'm not backstitching here in the center. It would be better if I did. But what I'm going to do instead is tie the tails to each other. And that works basically just as well. I think there's where we want to start. Sink my needle. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so I'm going just down to the end here. Okay, looks like we've got all our darts done, finally. That's not perfect, once again. We're not even going for perfection tonight, are we? We're just getting her done. Okay, so should we connect our shoulder seams? Might be kind of fun, huh? Let's see. This is going to go here. This is center front. That's obviously center back right there. And then this guy is going to go here. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. We got right sides together. And this is going to be a 1/4 inch seam allowance. If you can see these little diamond marks here, they're getting aligned with each other. And oh my goodness, I can't speak. I like the stitch length that I'm on now. We're going to stay there. Okay, so this is a little bit confusing to me. For whatever reason, this machine always starts with the needle like far to the left. Here, I'll get my fingers out of the way. So if I push this again, oh, hang on a sec, my needle was down. Okay, so I pushed it again, and now we're in the center instead. So that means that I'm going to be able to actually read the seam allowance marks, and they're going to be accurate. Which is actually a little bit weird right now because, oh, are these the marks on here? Oh, that's kind of nice. So look at this. There is markings here. So I need 1/4 inch seam allowance, which would be 2/8. So that's right there. So I can line that up. The only question is, I'm not entirely sure if that's when the needle's on the left. I think it is. So let me go back to the left. Hang on a sec. Okay, I think we're good. So now I'm basically lining up with this mark here on the presser foot is going to be a 1/4 inch. All right, cool. So let me get presser foot down and let's sew this. Oh, let's sew the shoulder seam. This machine is a dream. All right, so I'm actually going to backstitch here. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. I think it's this red button, yes? Yeah, that like locked it. I don't know if it was actually considered a back stitch, but it kind of did a little lock there. Oh, that's not the best seam I've ever sewn in my life. It's not really. It's not really straight, is it? But I think I'm happy enough with that. Oh my god, look at how cute this is gonna be. We're gonna flip that over. This is gonna be our front. That's gonna be our back. Our sleeves are gonna go in here. Our collar is gonna be a little tricky, I think. Oh my gosh. Why is this the tiniest? This is the tiniest neckline I think I've ever seen. Is the collar even gonna fit in here? I'm not sure about this, you guys. I guess it will. We're gonna have to ease that in. I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't even played around with the collar yet. I don't even think I've shown it to you guys. All right, let's finish this other shoulder seam and then see where we are after that. Okay, got our little marks lined up. Got our edges lined up. Now let's try to get this straighter than the last one I did. All right, so I'm lining up with that little one there. And it would be nice if I could figure out how to reliably... Here, I think I can just sink my needle, right? And then I can probably start with a back stitch. I don't know what I just did. All right, now I'm going forward, I think. I hope. Yep. One more, and now let's do it again. Oh, what just happened? I'm not really sure what this red arrow does. Kind of scared of it. All right, here we are. Let's zoom out a little bit here and we can see what we've done. Oh my gosh, I love it. Here's the back, here's the front. We're going to be working on Barbie's Western blouse a little bit more the next couple of weeks. Please tune in. Generally, I live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, 3 p.m. Pacific, and every now and then we get a little bonus on Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy sewing, happy creating. Bye!